Like, think for a minute. If you're the designer of this game that we're in, of this world, of this life, you're sitting down and you're trying to write the rules. You're trying to figure things out. Every single challenge that comes across your way has a winning answer, and many different answers, an unlimited amount of answers. And there's many winning ones where you can succeed and pass the test, pass the challenge. And there'll be many different tests, many different challenges. The point is, we're in like one of the most convincing, perfectly orchestrated, perfectly crafted games ever. This whole life we have our own avatar, we have our own skills, we have our own storylines, consequences to our actions. We pick a different branching path, and then 10 other things happen later on, to which keeps us engaged. We'd like to feel like we're suffering, we're in pain. We take things as service value, as if we are trapped in a situation and we are destined to lose. But this isn't it. It's just you're balancing out something in your mind right now when you think that way. You need to remember that this is a game approach. It's very evident. We're in this sandbox where you can just make things happen. And you're here with everyone else. And just think of how lucky you are to be here during this time. Because no matter how you view the world right now and how you look at it, it's extremely amazing to be alive as a human and to be able to enjoy this game we're in. And to remember that heaven, hell, and those ideas, those aren't different dimensions. Those aren't different universes you go to. That's where we are right now. This place we're in is both a heaven and a hell. This mind state we feel and our experiences are representative of both. And it's literally what you make out of it. It's all dependent on you, which one you experience right now. And when you start recognizing this sandbox game that we're in, and understanding that the worst thing that can happen to you is your fears coming true. But then after they come true, they can't hurt you anymore for the most part, you know? I mean, you can feel pain, you can have bad things happen to you, but what's the worst thing that'll happen? You die. The most common thing to all of us is death. The worst thing that can happen to you is you die. You know what gets you more than death? Your fear. The worst thing that can actually happen to you is your fear. That's where all of it comes from. And when you approach this game with an openness to just understanding that feelings are powerful, but they're not inherently evil, even the worst, most painful, damaging, insane, fearful ones, they're just a powerful part of it all. It makes dealing with all of them a lot more easier to navigate, where you can just kind of separate them into like a 2D or 3D look at shit and put them on a graph somewhere and be like, okay, I'm experiencing plus 60 pain, you know? I'm experiencing, like, my health bar is low, I need to go to a hospital, you know? It's a different way to look at things. And it's different when you're in pain and when you are suffering. It's hard to keep all this in mind. But when you do, it turns the rest of it into an enjoyable experience, where no matter how bad you think it's supposed to be, you're supposed to feel, or how bad. We always talk about how bad it is, never how good it is. How bad you feel it is. It really isn't that bad. 80% of the bad is just taking place up here. Our body even has like built-in nullifiers where it'll numb your pain. You'll feel adrenaline. You'll even getting tortured in the worst possible way does have an escape route to it. There is no endless suffering. Those are just fictional concepts we made up. We're afraid of just things that don't exist. There is no endless suffering. There's no endless pain. There is no endless moments. It's all just up here. And so when you approach it that way, you don't just hack the Matrix and fly everywhere and make, do all of that. That doesn't happen. Not yet, at least. But what does start happening is you kind of break out of the first level. The first level of the game, where you're have a very shallow view on things. And it's fine to have a shallow view, but it's the first level, and you start breaking out of it, and then you see things that you didn't see before. You start feeling things you didn't feel before, and it all becomes a lot easier to navigate. And all these different things that you thought were extra difficulty end up becoming just enjoyable scenarios. I don't know. Maybe this isn't the most clear way to say this. I'm a little lightheaded right now. It's kind of part of the fun of it. But I mean, just look at it all. I mean, look how it looks. We have front row seats to like the greatest show you could have, and we get to be a part of it. That's it. I mean, that's it. You don't have to add extra requirements on top of that. You can find out what your missions are, what your quests are, what your meaning is, whatever. You can figure it out, write it yourself, do whatever. But even just sitting back and acknowledging that and enjoying it, that's fine. Like, you don't have to feel bad about enjoying yourself. It's a game. You enjoy the game. A lot of other people are.